As another example, why your Freedom Watch is at the forefront, and we don't mess around, we don't delay, we don't play games like the clown show on Capitol Hill, a bunch of court jesters who run around in $5,000 Italian suits, silk ties, gold cufflinks, impressed with themselves, but doing little to nothing. I mean, it's a joke. We saw the hearing yesterday with Attorney General Bill Barr. Both Congress and Barr were a massive joke. Frankly, it's not worth watching. Turn it off. Spend your time trying to build up this country and join Freedom Watch in our second American peaceful and legal revolution. Join our Justice League. But it's just one example. We have hearings today on Capitol Hill with regard to the social media companies who have committed massive antitrust violations, restraints of trade, attempts to monopolize. As you know, I'm a former antitrust division trial counsel. I helped break up AT&T during the administration of Ronald Reagan. And for all of these years, this has been going on, and all we hear is talk from Congress, and all we hear is talk from various executive agencies and departments, as well as administrations, successive presidents. Just talk. That's all we hear. We hear that the antitrust division is preparing a lawsuit against Google. I haven't seen any lawsuit. How long does it take? I can draft a complaint in one day. But today we're going to have the dog and pony show on Capitol Hill with the heads of the major social media companies, where yours truly, Larry Klayman, Freedom Watch, and Laura Loomer, our brave client, have already brought a lawsuit over antitrust violations, of discrimination against conservatives. And of course, we're left out when there are meetings in the White House to discuss what to do, because actually we're doing something, and no one really wants to do anything. And that goes for the president as well, because he controls the Justice Department. He can have them move quickly. He's going into an election season, and he needs a free social media, and he should take action. That's something that's really very important, just like he needs to take more action with regard to Antifa and the domestic agitators. It's not enough to send agents to federal buildings that are being attacked to act defensively. All of these domestic terrorists must be rounded up, arrested, and thrown in prison. What is so hard about that, Mr. President? What's the problem here? You're the head of the executive branch. I support you personally, but I'll tell you something. In recent weeks and recent months, my trust is being eroded, and I think the trust of your followers are being eroded too, of your base. We're tired of the talk. We're tired of the tweets. We want to see action, real action. We want to see that Communist China is held accountable for the massive damage that it's done to this country. Holding them accountable is not shutting down a consulate in Houston, Texas. It's joining with Freedom Watch in our class action lawsuit for the massive damage. We're asking for over $20 million for people who have been harmed by this virus in terms of their health, losing their jobs, losing their businesses. We're not sitting here as a punching bag to take punches and then pretend that we're doing something substantial. This is tough love, people. I'm not Sean Hannity. I'm not a groupie. I don't get down on my knees because I can have access to the White House or write phony books like Live Free or Die. I think it should be rewritten as Live Free or Lie, because this country is a giant lie right now in terms of what the government does. It's a lie. No one believes it, whether you're on the right or whether you're on the left. No one believes anything that comes out of the government on either side, Democrat or Republican. And that's what's so scary, because as the country sinks because of COVID-19 and because of this massive violence by domestic terrorists, they're going to be in front of your house soon, trying to seize your belongings, harming your children and your loved ones. We are in a crisis. This is not a time to play games because you want to be reelected, Mr. President. Take action. We support you. I say that personally. As Larry Klayman, I support you. I've been in effect your law firm for 4 years through Freedom Watch, despite the fact that I've been defamed by that lowlife Roger Stone. And probably that's why we haven't had communication, in all honesty. But I'm out there, and we're trying to help. And I'm trying to give you good advice here, because your advice that you've gotten from your advisors is by and large lousy. You boast about appointing 300 to 600 federal judges. I've been in front of about 8 of them so far, except for one. They aren't worth a damn. They're afraid. They were appointed because they were recommended to you by Republican establishment lobbyist hacks like the Federalist Society, like Don McGahn, your previous White House counsel. They said, sign here. You know what you got? You got worthless judges. That's what you got. So let's wake up and let's see exactly what's going on, and we need to take action. And we need to take action with regard to the social media companies. You need to join Freedom Watch in its antitrust laws. You need to have your antitrust division actually do its job rather than sitting there eating coffee and donuts, reading the paper in the morning. And you need to make sure that the police, who you have the right to mobilize, are arresting all of these terrorists and setting an example. There are foreign governments now that see how weak we are. They're going to take advantage. There's not going to be just a coronavirus crisis or a domestic terrorist crisis. You're going to see crises started by Iran, by Russia, more by communist China. They're going to take advantage of us because they see that we're acting weakly. They know the difference between words and action, and we know the difference too. So if you want to be reelected, do your job. Get the job done. Be president. No more tweets. No more prevarications. No more boasts. Okay, just get it done. Get it done. Get it done. And that's my message for today. Join Freedom Watch at freedomwatchusa.org. See if you qualify for our class action against the communist Chinese. Support our criminal case in The Hague. Support our case against the social media companies to have them held accountable for the discrimination against conservatives, libertarians, people of faith. Support our cases against Antifa. Support our cases against the DA and the mayor and the police commissioners of Philadelphia who are persecuting primarily white cops because they're white. And that's the vogue thing to do today, to trash white people. Okay, we're all equal here, blacks and whites. No one should get special treatment. And it's time to step up to the plate and call it like it is. So join our Justice League. Share this podcast. You can find it at iTunes, Spotify, Roku, Amazon Fire, the new Parlay, which is the equivalent of Twitter, Facebook. Share it far and wide. It's at freedomwatchusa.org and radioamerica.com. And I thank Radio America, as I do every day, for allowing me to tell the truth. You won't get it on Fox News. You won't get it on Fox News. Turn it off. Get to work. Join Freedom Watch. Thank you for listening to me. May God be with us. God is with us. And stay safe. And I'll be back tomorrow with another podcast of Special Prosecutor with Larry Klayman. Until then, thank you for listening to me.